Hello, I'm Dan Rather, and welcome to the CBS Evening News Online Edition. Just ahead, Social Security changes. Many see a need, others don't, but as we know, there are no easy fixes. We'll give you a look at some of the options. Also, should cell phones and other wireless gadgets be allowed on planes? It could happen, and you could talk all the way on your flight. We'll give you the details. And turning garbage into gold, how one college dropout is doing it with worms. It's all starting now on the CBS Evening News Online Edition. President Bush has launched a two-day conference to build support for his second-term economic policies. The president and his most trusted advisors, including Vice President Cheney, are leading discussions of bread-and-butter issues that could affect you and your family for years to come. Changes in Social Security and federal taxes, and changes in how lawsuits by ordinary citizens are handled. To help you sort through these proposals, CBS News correspondents have overviews of the three top items on the president's economic agenda. First, John Roberts has you report on Social Security from the president's point of view.
Franklin Roosevelt's Social Security safety net is quickly developing huge financial holes. In 1935, the system was flush. 16 workers paid in for every one that drew retirement benefits. That ratio is now just a little more than 3 to 1. By the time all the baby boomers have retired, just 2 to 1. In 2042, Social Security will become insolvent, and today's young workers risk losing their benefits. President Bush wants to mend the holes, allowing workers to invest a small portion of their weekly payroll taxes in stocks and bonds that will grow or fall with the market. Those accounts would become the employee's property. At retirement, government-paid benefits would be reduced according to how much was put in the personal account. But private accounts don't address the overall funding problem. Without broader reforms or a rise in the payroll tax, the government side of Social Security will still run out of money. Increasing taxes could easily extend the life of Social Security, but President Bush won't even consider that.
So there's some tough choices ahead. Will the White House propose to raise the retirement age, cut benefits, or in the worst of all political worlds, institute so-called means testing, where more affluent seniors who have contributed all their lives will never see a penny from the government? Dan?
John Roberts at the White House. Cell phones and other wireless communicators have transformed life. That's especially true for business travelers enjoying constant contact with colleagues and clients, except when they're in the air. Now, that may be changing. CBS's Bob Orr has the inside story.
In a high-tech age, airplanes are among the last remaining low-tech zones, where wireless laptops, two-way pagers, and cell phones, for the most part, are off-limits.
We will let you know when they must be turned off and put away for departure.
The Federal Communications Commission today took the first steps towards lifting the ban.
So these devices are becoming very personal to people, very intimate, very important, and so at least having the potential to be able to communicate no matter where you are seems to be something consumers do want to see.
At least some consumers.
I travel a lot on business. I travel every week, and to be in communication with the office is vital.
But he won't be calling from the air anytime soon. While the FCC may think cell phones on planes make sense, the FAA has serious safety questions. Aviation authorities have long worried that radio signals given off by the phones and other personal electronic devices may interfere with cockpit instruments.
Calling you from in-flight on American Airlines plane.
This test by American Airlines and cell phone manufacturer Qualcomm found no problems. Still, FAA officials say multiple tests on all types of airplanes will be needed before cell phones are cleared for use in flight. Even then, not everybody's in love with the idea.
I think it'll make an airplane one big giant phone booth. You'll have a lot of loud conversations on airplanes. It'll be a distraction and it'll be an annoyance.
There's a good chance flyers may have wireless internet access in 2006, long before they're ever allowed to use their cell phones on airplanes. There's increasing evidence wireless laptops are safe, and they have the added benefit of being easier on the ears. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.
We end tonight with proof that the American dream is still alive, the dream of finding your fortune. The man you're about to meet really stepped in it. CBS's Jim Axelrod reports tonight's Eye on America.
Over there on the right, behind the blooming petunias, under the plastic tent, is would you believe, a gold mine built of worm waste?
So this here is our worm gin.
Tom Sacchi believes he's set to make his fortune from 10 trays of worms eating garbage.
How many worms do we have on this contraption?
We probably have over 1 million worms.
The result is, well, what do you think the result is?
Worms eat through it, and what comes out here at the end is worm poo.
And that's the scientific term.
That's right, yeah.
Worm poop.
Worm poop.
Worm poop.
Saki, a 22-year-old Canadian, is building a business in New Jersey by turning the half a ton of waste the worms produce each week into 6,000 bottles of fertilizer. The trade secret is what he feeds his worms, and the product is proving to be remarkably effective.
It seems so simple. Why hasn't anyone else thought of this?
Well, maybe people haven't thought about making a product from garbage yet.
Every part of his product is recycled. The bottles sent from school cafeterias, the sprayers, other companies' extras, the boxes, misprinted mistakes, all recycled.
Tom Scasey is turning garbage to gold, brown to green. 2 kinds of green, actually. Green chemistry, which is a buzzword in agriculture these days, organic fertilizers that are environmentally friendly. And then there's the other kind of green.
The kind of green that comes from closing deals with Walmart and Home Depot, which he just did.
You're a businessman.
Right.
Not a scientist.
That's right. No, it's all business.
It's a classic case of risk-reward. Saki's risk? He and his partner took a turn off a pretty fast track to go for it.
The real trick was just, dropping out of school and building it in a really big way, and that's what we did.
And you weren't dropping out of just any school.
No, we were dropping out of Princeton, yeah.
Imagine your son telling you he was quitting Princeton to corner the market on worm poop.
It's just something where you can make a lot of money in the process, but smile sort of while you're doing it, because you're doing a good thing all the way around.
Tom Saki's story is a reminder about following your dreams. The pot of gold may require dealing with a ton of crap. In Trenton, New Jersey, this is Jim Axelrod for Eye on America.
More stories are just a click away. But be sure to join me on television for the on-air edition of the CBS Evening News. On Thursday, CBS Evening News, lead in children's jewelry. If you think a government recall solved this problem, wait till you see what an ongoing Eye on America investigation uncovered. For CBSNews.com, I'm Dan Rather.